All right, this is my buddy Asher, and he's a very handsome Corgi. And Asher has bit his humans a couple times. Now, when he's bitten his humans, it has not been for this, what we're going to go over here. I think the bites have happened when he has been caught off guard or surprised. One time he was under the bed's really low, somebody laid in the bag, it crushed him a little bit, came out and bit someone. Another time it was over food, there were some reasons for it. Now as you can see, I have some treats, he's very interested in treats I have. And this exercise, I'm going to go over something called a CER, or Conditioned Emotional Response, but I'm also going to do this in what I call, basically just a progressive manner. So what I'm going to do is I've got a handful of treats here, which you can tell that he's pretty happy about. In this hand, I've got his collar. Now I'm going to show you how he reacts, his emotional response to the collar. He moves away. His way of saying, no, I don't like that. We need to change this. Now, I can pin him down. I'm bigger than he is. I can pin him down, put a collar on him. I'm probably going to get bit if I do that, and I'm not going to help him like the collar. My goal is always to get the dog to like whatever the thing is. So I'm going to kind of make this look like the collar is, and I'm going to have him come. I'm going to put him to sit just for ease of purpose of this video. He doesn't have to sit. I'm going to keep both my hands behind me, and I'm going to do this one hand at a time in a kimbo. And let's see if I can do this really. Get some, yeah, I'm dripping treats all over treats. All right. So I'm going to show him the collar first. Yes. I forgot his word is not yes, it's bien. Sit. Siéntate. Bien. Siéntate. I want him to be looking at me, not looking for the treats. Bien. My bien is off because I'm used to saying yes. So all I want him to do is look at the collar, and then something good, and I say bien. Bien. And then the collar goes away and he gets a treat. Now, if you see, both of my hands are not going to be in front of me at the same time. Bien. So I call this a kimbo, only one hand in front at a time. And I'm working the next treat up ready to go. So both hands are behind my back. Yes, or bien. And then he gets a treat. And there's another one right there. So what I'm going to do is just basically do this, and eventually he'll start cheating. And he's almost there now because he's a Corgi. They're pretty smart. So, bien. That was good. Sometimes they'll like fake look at it, then you don't give a treat. So now that he's looking at it pretty easily, I want to raise the criteria. I would like him to come towards it a little bit. He did not do what I wanted. I'm not asking him multiple times. I'm not punishing him. I guess I am technically punishing him. I'm taking away the opportunity for him to get the treat, but I really wouldn't consider that punishment. So let's try this again. Bien. That time he leaned towards it. You're not giving very good camera presence. This is LA. You're supposed to understand how the camera works. But what is he not doing? He just shifted his weight. He didn't move away. Bien. So I'm asking for more, but I'm going at his pace. Does he have to put it on? No. You just have to look at the thing at first. Then you have to touch it. Bien. When he touches it, he's giving us consent. He's saying, I'm choosing to do it. And if he doesn't choose to do it, that's fine. He just doesn't get the reward. Come out. We got to have better camera presence, buddy. There we go. Siéntate. Bien. Now he's kind of darting towards it, but he has already touched it, so I'm asking for more criteria. That's the fake one. Sign of relaxation, laying down. Now right there, it might look like he's ignoring it. He's offering a cutoff signal. He's saying, I don't want to engage with that thing, which is fine. I'm giving him another opportunity to engage with it, and if he doesn't, that's fine. It goes away. He does not get a reward. So after a while, when you do this, bien, he's going to do that because there's something in it for him. A lot of times we ask dogs to do things because and the dog doesn't want to do it because there's nothing in it for them, and they dislike it for whatever reason. Maybe somebody held him down and put a harness on him or a collar. He actually had a bad experience with the harness, and so that probably is related to this. We go at your pace, buddy, and it's okay. And when you're doing this, only do this in 1 minute bien. That was close enough. I'll give him credit for that one. Like 1 minute, 2 minute practice sessions. Do it in different parts of your house, and don't do this when you're putting them on an actual leash. Now, putting the actual the collar and the harness on, if this one, I don't know if this is loose enough. Is that loose enough for him to put his head in?
Like that, no. But
Okay.
if we...
Well, this is awfully tight, but this is kind of how we do it for harnesses, and we can do it here. I want him to put his own head through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it up, and I'm going to put my hand through. The collar never moves. My hand moves on this side of it. Now he's trying to be a smarty pants because he's a corgi. And I should be saying bien. Bien. He's putting his own collar on. I'm not putting it over his head, and he's not trying to bite me because he's in charge of what's going on. If he doesn't come towards it, there's no bien, and there's no reward. And he's getting all the treat crumbs because I'm ripping these in half because it's LA. You got to be in good shape, unlike me. All right, over here. So when I'm doing this, my hand is going to go through like a piston. At first, a lot of times I'll go up, sit, over here, sit. I'll sometimes go all the way here, all the way to my wrist if I need to, and my hand is what's going through. And eventually what you see is he's interested. Now you're tempted when you have a collar to just slide it over all the way. You don't want to do that. I probably could have slid it over right there, but I'm tricking him. I want him to do all of it. I'm not going to trick you for anything. Sit. Siéntate. Bien. So what are we doing? We're causing him, he's not moving away. There's no more treats. And he gets to stop whenever he wants. So what he's learning is that putting my head in here means good things are going to happen. Not that I have to worry about something bad happening. The fact that he's sitting and laying down tells me he feels relaxed. The fact that he's panting tells me that this is a little bit stressful for him. So when you practice this, again, practice for 1 minute, 2 minute practice sessions. 2 minutes would be very long. Maybe a minute, minute and a half. And the more times that he comes and sticks his head through here, the better. Now, I don't have one here, but what I would recommend you do is get a bigger collar. So eventually he could put his head all the way through it. Now, for you guys, I would recommend something called a martingale collar, martingale. A martingale collar looks like this, but instead of being attached here, there's another circle here. Doing a bad job of explaining this. But kind of more like this. It's like this, and there's a small loop here. And so the collars are attached. When you attach the D-ring, the leash, to this one and pulls it, it tightens this one up, which tightens the rest of it up. But it can be nice and loose when you put it over their head. And this would be something I would only use for walks. If he walks around, it has this kind of extra loop here. Sometimes it gets hung up on things. So the idea is they call this type of collar a no-slip collar. Because if it has the ring, if I can hold my hands right, like here, and this ring gets smaller, when this ring gets smaller, it draws these rings together. So it makes it tighter when he pulls on the leash. When he's not pulling on the leash, there's plenty of room. Enough room for him to actually stick his whole head over into this thing, and he won't have any problems. Asher, come here. Whoop. Siéntate. You're making me look like I speak fluent Spanish. I no longer speak fluent Spanish. I'm pretty poor in my Spanish, actually. This is my buddy Asher, and these are some tips and tricks you can use if you have a dog that doesn't like having a collar or harness attached.